Hi everyone, welcome to the Next Kingdom Kids video. I'm Sarah and normally Jan is here introducing the videos, but she's having a well-deserved holiday this week. So you've got me, and I hope you had a really fantastic Easter. I wonder how many Easter eggs you got and whether they've all gone already or whether you're being really good and saving some. But I also hope that you managed to have a good think about Jesus and the reason behind Easter and the fact that he died on the cross for us because he loves us and that he rose from the dead, which is just amazing. He rose from the dead. It's incredible. So I really hope you managed to have a little think about that as well over Easter. And now today we are having a think about something that Jesus did after he rose from the dead. So a story in the Bible about Jesus meeting some of his followers. So in a moment, Myri is going to read us that story, and then straight after her reading the story, we're going to sing a song. The wonderful Hardwick family have recorded themselves doing the actions to King of My Heart, which is a fantastic song. So straight after the story, I hope you can join in with those actions. And whilst it's all happening, I'd love you to have a little think. Is there a link between the story that Myri reads us and the song King of My Heart? Have a little think, see if you can work it out.
Hello, today we are reading a story from the Lion Storyteller Bible, and this story is called On the Road to Emmaus. Talking and walking, walking and talking, two men travelled from Jerusalem to Emmaus. It was a long journey on foot, and because the two men were followers of Jesus, there was plenty to talk about. Like the rumour that some of his friends had seen him alive again. So talking and walking, walking and talking, they made their way. Then a stranger joined them. "I see you talking, I see you walking," the stranger said. "You sound excited. What are you talking about?" "We're talking about Jesus," said one of the two men. And then, talking and walking and walking and talking, he explained. Jesus was a prophet sent from God. He did amazing things. Many of us thought he was the special one God promised to save us from our enemies. But the religious leaders sentenced him to death. The Romans killed him on a cross, and all our hopes died with him. That was 3 days ago. But this morning, some of the women who knew him went to visit his tomb, and his body wasn't there. Better still, an angel told them that Jesus wasn't dead anymore, that he was alive again. The stranger listened carefully, and then, talking and walking, walking and talking, he told the two men what he thought. "You sound surprised," he said. "Isn't that what the prophet said would happen to the special one? If this Jesus died and came to life again, then surely that shows he is the special one you've been waiting for." At last, talking and walking, walking and talking, they came to Emmaus. "It's late," said the two men to the stranger. "Why don't you stay with us overnight?" And so, talking and walking, walking and talking, they prepared a simple meal. "Do you mind if I give thanks for the food?" asked the stranger. "Of course not," said the men. So taking and breaking the bread, the stranger bowed his head and prayed. And that's when the two men knew. The stranger, the man on the road, the one they'd been talking and walking with all afternoon, wasn't a stranger at all. He was Jesus, alive again. But before they could say a thing, Jesus disappeared. He simply wasn't there anymore, and they were left alone to wonder. "We need to tell someone about this," they cried. So they hurried back to Jerusalem, not talking, not walking, but running and jumping for joy.
Hello, we're the Hardwicks. I'm Kat.
I'm Tom.
I'm Nathaniel Gates. I am Anna.
And we're doing King of My Heart.
Let the king of my heart be the mountain where I run, the fountain I drink from. Oh, he is my song. Let the king of my heart be the shadow where I hide, the ransom for my life. Oh, he is my song. For you are good, good, oh, and you are good, good, oh.
Let the king of my heart be the wind inside my sails, the anchor in the waves. Oh, he is my song.
Let the king of my heart be the fire inside my veins, the echo of my days. Oh, he is my song. For you are good, good, oh. For you are good, good, oh. You are good, good, oh. For you are good, good, oh. You're never gonna let me down. 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 'Cause you're never gonna let me down. You are good, good, oh. You are good, good, oh. You are good, good, oh. You are good, you're good, you're good, oh. For you are good, good, oh. You are good, good, oh.
So I wonder, did you manage to think about a link between the song and the story? Well, actually it was a bit tricky. So well done if you managed to think of a link, but do not worry if you didn't. It took me a while. But those two men that were walking to Emmaus thought Jesus was a special person who had come to save them. And in the Bible, they actually use the word Messiah. And another word for Messiah is king. There we go, first clue, king. So those two men had really thought that Jesus was going to be king. But then Jesus died. And they thought, how can someone that was coming to save them, coming to be king, could die? But then Jesus revealed himself to them and showed that he is king. And at that point, those men knew that Jesus could be king of their heart, a true king of their heart, just like in the song. I don't know if you've noticed, but I made a little crown. And I decided to just attach that to where my heart is. And this is a really good reminder that Jesus is King of my heart. And when Jesus is King of our hearts, He is the best friend that we could have. He gives us peace. He gives us joy. And He helps us to have hope when things are difficult. So at this time when things might be difficult because we can't go out and do the normal things that we would like to do, Jesus can give us that hope, that peace, that joy when He is King of our heart. And that's what those men realised on the road to Emmaus. And I hope that you might be able to realise that too. Sometimes it takes time. Some of you may already know that, and that's amazing. But what we can do to help realise that is, again, similar to what those men were doing, talking and walking, walking and talking, as the story said. We can talk to Jesus. And another word for talking is praying. We can pray to Jesus. And as we pray, amazing things can happen. We can really start to get to know Jesus as the King of our hearts. We can share with Him things we're finding difficult. We can thank Him for the things that we really enjoy. And through that time, we can get to know Jesus more and get to know Him as the King of our heart. And as we're walking through life, we can keep talking to Him. And as we walk through every day and talk to Him, He really becomes the King of our heart more and more. So I hope that maybe you might be able to walk and talk and talk and walk with Jesus yourself. And now I'm going to hand over to the wonderful Eastern family, and they're going to sing another song to get us moving again. And then we're going to hand over to Shannon, and Shannon is going to help us know how to know one way of talking to Jesus. So I hope you enjoy the song and the prayers.
In my wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are my light, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore.
comments group for Kingdom Kids, and I'm really missing you all, but I'm really excited to be sharing with you today a really simple, easy way to remember how to pray for all of the different people in our lives. It's called the 5-finger prayer, so we'll be using our fingers. And to start off, we'll start with our thumb. So our thumb is closest to us, so we pray for people that are closest to us. So our friends and our families, all those people that you might be missing right now. Next, we use our pointy finger. So that is for people that point us in the right direction. So that can be your teachers. You could pray here for our church leaders and all those people. Your middle finger is the finger that stands tallest. So we pray for people that stand really tall and help us. So this could be people in government, and over here we could also pray for God's guidance. So if there's something you were really worried about and wanted God to guide you, you could pray for it when you look at your middle finger. Your ring finger is where you pray for people that are weak or sick. So you could pray for all the people that are sick at the moment. You could pray for people who are in trouble or in pain. And our little finger is where we pray for ourselves. So anything that we think we might need or want from God, this is where we can pray for that at the end. To finish it off, you might want to say thank you to God for something. So this is where the middle, our palms come in. You can just think about a few things that you might be thankful for and just thank God for all of those things. A really nice and easy way to remember it is to do a really quick and easy craft. So I've pre-done mine, but I will talk you through how it's done. So basically you just get a card. I've done it on a white piece of paper, but you can use any coloured card, and you trace your hand. If you need help from a grown-up, I'm sure they won't mind helping you. So if you trace your hand, and then just write in, so you write in family and friends, leaders and teachers, the government and guidance, people who are sick, and for myself. And then around the edge, I've drawn all of the things I'm thankful for. So I've drawn some flowers, because I'm really thankful for all the flowers that are coming out and all the spring blossoms. I really like going to the seaside, so I'm really thankful for the seaside and the trees, and I've written over there, I'm really thankful for my mum and dad because they make sure I'm safe every day. And right at the bottom here, I've drawn the sun because I'm really grateful for the sunshine.
Thank you so much to the Easton family for your fantastic song, and to Shannon for that wonderful, wonderful prayer. In fact, I think I'm going to start giving that a go, and I'm going to start drawing round my hand really soon as I finish this, because I'm really excited to do that 5-finger prayer. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.